music. Yeah, I wanna move again. Right now, man, I eat for the win. Putting it on for the hillside. Liberian boy going in. Don't check me because I grown up. I'm hustling for my oma. Just open your ear and listen. I hotter than Arizona. I shining like California. My love is for who will love me. This world can be so ugly, but we stand tall. All for one and one for all. And I will call you when it is time to ball. I promise, I promise, I promise, I promise you. I promise, I promise you. I promise you.
Hey there, pretty people, hope you're having a good day. Never let the negativity ever get in your way. Who's that? Looking in the mirror, you're beautiful. Jersey girl, but I take the road so I can grow. It's Tiale, I make the boys go loud. No fighting in the party. Me and I get to marry. Hey, no party, then let it fight. We dance it enough to let the DJ that superstar refuses to let us rest. Hey, no party, then let it fight. We dance it enough to let the DJ that superstar refuses to let us rest. It's Yale.
Hey girl,
Hey boy,
hey girl,
hey boy, hey boy, hey we dance it enough to let the DJ that superstar refuses to let us rest.
don't check me because I grown up. I'm hustling for my oma. Just open your ear and listen. I hotter than Arizona. Came through looking swagged up.
Hey,
Certified with the cash up.
oh boy,
Talking about who did what.
so what, so what?
Came through looking swagged up.
Hey,
Certified with the cash up.
oh boy,
Talking about who did what.
so what, 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 so what? Hey, 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 certified music.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, men and women. Welcome to Attorney Commander J.R. Glapohkpa Chesson talk show. We wake up to high 50 degrees in Providence, Rhode Island, and it's not getting much higher. The highs today are going to be 59 with rain and clouds. So you think about going anywhere, take your umbrella, take your raincoat, make sure you take good care of yourself. Okay? Now, with this war going on in the Far East there, in Europe, Far Eastern Europe, whatever you may call it, it's amazing to see this little Ukraine and the power and strength of this small nation against the great Russia. Now we know that with the help of weapons from the United States of America, Ukraine is standing up. It's standing up with NATO behind it, with the nations of Europe backing it, is standing up and fighting. And we must take our hats off to the president of the Ukraine, Zelensky. This guy, he came from a comedian to a president to a national hero. It's amazing. And what is even more amazing is that they have begun to prosecute these war criminals. They have started to prosecute this Russian commander, this young Russian commander, 21-year-old, for killing one old lady, for doing something that was heinous. And he confessed to it in court. So it's even more encouraging to see the human strength that these people are demonstrating, in spite of the deaths of loved ones, of family members. You know, you got to do what you got to do. You got to lay the dead to rest. Take a minute to cry and moan, then pick up your weapon and keep on moving on. That is a struggle. You got to do what you got to do to defend your country. This is not about tribe. This is not about village. This is not about town. This is about a nation standing up for what they believe in. Or people, despite their differences, their diversities, their innuendos, they come together. When crisis hit, we stand as one. We don't stand divided. And this is a lesson for all of us. To see the Russians running back now, these people being encouraged by other peoples of the world to stand up, whether you got to do it alone or not. But you know what you got to do, and you got to do what you got to do. So I take my hats off to the Ukrainians and their president. And we hope that this war will come to an immediate end. That people will punish Vladimir Putin for what he is perpetrating against the people of the Ukraine. Give them justice. Okay? Now, on the lighter and better side of things, the United States women's soccer team won their financial battle. Can you imagine that? These girls started their battle a long time ago. They've won 4 World Cups. And they've been crying. The men World Soccer Team has now won a single World Cup. The women have won 4. And they are currently the reigning champions of the world. And they're not getting paid, man. They're not getting paid. And they want to get paid. They want to get paid. And now their dreams have come true. The women's soccer team will now be paid equally with the men's soccer team. Now, this is an advancement for the women and probably a decline in salary for the men. Because for them to be paid equally, somebody can give up something. So the men will not get all the endorsements and all the good things they used to get above the women now. They got to share it with the women. So this is a great progress for the women soccer team and for women in general, because they set the standards for women all over, especially in the United States of America, arguing for equal pay and equal rights. Will we get the same as black people? Will we get the same? 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 Only the shadow knows. So that's it. Okay. Let me go on my topic for the one. The Armed Forces of Liberia, if AFL, who stole their money? We got to get to the bottom of this right now. Two, Rhode Island's Auto Mall. We don't know that they have Auto Mall. You know what a mall is, right? It's a place where you have a lot of stores come together in one building or in one area where it's easy access. Once you enter that area, you got all the stores in this one area. You can stay there all day. You got restaurants. You got different things to do. You can stay there all day. So I didn't know, but they have Auto Mall. So I'm going to show you the Rhode Island's Auto Mall in Warwick. Okay? So we'll just take a brief look about it, just show you what kind of cars they got there. And that's in a special area. You're not going to find no cheap cars in that area there. Even if you find Toyota and things, it can be high end up, because people pay for the area. All that area is reserved. You find Cadillac, Audi, BMWs, Lexus, what else? Maserati, Lamborghini. Those are the cars you find in that area. So I will take you to that area and see what it is like, okay? All right. And finally, we'll talk about my people in the Buduburam camp. I know yesterday they had school, they baked yesterday, they worked all yesterday, the new building going on. So we just briefly talk about that. We still need donations because the sewing school and the computer literacy schools going on. We need to help those people, please. And I can help them with your help. So whatever you can do, I appreciate it. Okay? Thank you. Let me take a break. Then we'll talk about the armed forces of Liberia. And look at George Weah then playing with the armed forces of Liberia. Even though these people are retired, these are the retired veterans. Even though they retired, these people are warriors. They serve our country. They are U.S. Army trained. And you hear them talk about their plight briefly. Then I will tell you what all this thing is about. Okay? So let me take a break, take a sip of my coffee, and we get back and get down to the nitty gritty. Okay, let me bring this thing on so we can do it. I mean, we got to hear what the soldiers got to say, yeah, about their plight, and we go from there. Okay, let me bring them on, and we can go from there.
Well, good afternoon. Welcome to Cool Online to Cool 91.9. We are in the PHP community, particularly around the BTC barrack, where several former personnel of the armed forces of Liberia has come to collect their just benefit, as I can place it perfectly. But guess what? There is still a sticky issues on it. We're going to join them this afternoon and they will speak with us. So good day, Chief, and just come a bit closer to our Cameroon. Welcome.
Oh,
What is your name, sir?
good afternoon. I'm Afreti Sebe, and I'm former personnel of the Armed Forces of Liberia. Was enlisted 2008 and resigned 2015. Yeah. Actually, we are here today to speak our minds out based on our dissatisfaction with the Ministry of National Defense and that of the AFL Command, High Command, on the issue of our compulsory just saving benefits. Over the past years, we learned that our money was being deducted, that is $20 per month, whenever we go to the bank, Echo Bank, to receive our just salary. But then, at the end of the day, we were told that when we resign or leave the military, we were to receive our money. Now, just identical money has gone nationwide to the extent that Minister Samukai is yet to receive his seat, and we know that. Now, we've been following this issue over a long time. That is, we as veterans, we've been using the parliamentary procedure in addressing our plights to the minister and that of the chief of staff. But however, the leadership of the veterans, we were able to discuss this issue, harmonize it, having been resilient and resolute based on our discipline profession. We were able to digest this, and today we received this information via media and on social media that we are to assemble today to receive our amount. As per our coming this morning, we entered the BTC barracks, Ministry of National Defense. We were told that we are to file in and receive our check in numbers. That is 10%. So our amaze, the first thing went in, and when it came out, we saw $200, $140, $120, and that shocked us. So with this amount, I, as a leader, one of the leaders of the veterans, I decided to also use the same parliamentary means. I went and met the J1, and I asked the J1.
Who do you refer to the J1?
The J1 happens to be Major Tabla. And I asked him, with this issue, why is it that soldiers are receiving this amount? And he said that he cannot speak to this effect right now if we have any disenchantment or based on the disparity notice, we should forward our issue through a communication. We said, okay, this is necessary. So what I did was, the leadership instructed the guys to go and sign for their checks, because you cannot come up with an allegation without an evidence. So we signed, those guys signed for the checks, we took photo of it, and we decided to speak to the media on this issue because...
Can you please display some of the check? If you have it snap on your phone, you just bring it closer to the camera,
yes,
so our viewers could get a clear picture.
Yes, we do have a view of it. This is one of the check. This is one of the check of this person that spent. This person spent like 7 years in the armed forces of Liberia. And if you calculate $20, or even if the ministry say $10 per month, if you calculate $10 per 7 years, you will now have 140. As a mathematician.
Are they saying that the $140 given is the total money given?
It's the total amount of that identical soldier that saved his money for 7 years.
And how many dollars each soldier spared your service to Liberia?
We're saving $20 United States dollar per month. At the end of the day, Ministry of National Defense said that it was $10. That is the chief of staff. He said it was $10. Even if it was $10, you cannot calculate $10 times $10 times 12 months is $120. $120 times 7 years, you'll be in something like
840.
Thank you. You'll be something like 800 something. Thank you. So you cannot come to that issue of giving someone who spent 7 years, giving them $140. That is a huge disparity, and that is a dissatisfaction. And we take that as an affront. So at this point in time, we say women or soldiers. Know it for fact. We are DF our soldiers. we still remain a soldier. We are not going to go on the radical means. We are not using any radical approach. We are still going to use the parliamentary means to see how best we can get our money.
Okay, this is in case now you have been going through the persuasive means and it's not still working out. But what have been displayed?
Yeah.
Then what do you think now lacking in the process?
To speak to you for one fact, trust me, with our country right now, looking at our country, trust me, I have my kid in school. We have our kids in school. We will not come on the street. Whenever you hear say exodus on the street, it raises a bad signal. So we are saying to the Liberian government today, we are not, I say again, we are not, I stand to be corrected, we are not going to come outside to disturb. But in other words, we are going to approach this government to see how best we can get our money the rightful way, that is through the parliamentary means.
Now, that video was the video on one of the news broadcasts, Cool Online TV in Liberia, about the soldiers complaining about their money. This is totally unfair. Totally stealing from these people. This money these people are complaining about is not government's money. It's their own money. These people were paid their salaries, and without any just cause or legal justification or backing, the Minister of Defense, Brani Samaka, and his people got together at the instruction of Ellen Johnson Sirleaf and started deducting money from these people things. Well, Ellen wasn't involved with the initial deduction. It was the minister and his team decided to deduct $20 from these soldiers' salaries to set aside for them when they retire. It may have been a good gesture, but it was illegal. They had no legal authority or justification to do that. That was stealing. You cannot take from the people's salary without law. There has to be a law authorizing you to take the people money. How can you just get up on your own? That's the same thing that's happening in Liberia today. People just get up and do things when we're all checking on the law, without any legal justification or backing or support. You can't do that. People will go to jail for that kind of thing. And this is what happened. And Brani Samaka them got together and took these soldiers' money, the people defending our country, the people playing with weapons and arms. You go take their money and play with them and make them disgruntled. They took the people money. The people go to the bank. That's what he said. They go to the bank every day to get their pay, their monthly salary, $20 short. When they go to talk, they say, "Oh no, that your money at that pen is like pension at the end. At the end, when you leave, all of you will get his money back." So the guy said, "Okay, you know the guys weren't pleased, but what they will say, you in the military, especially African military, you can't talk." So they kept their mouths shut, but that don't mean they weren't washing their money. So after the term, Ellen Johnson said they come to you and tell you, "Look, we made a commitment to the world to provide peacekeepers to the UN. So we don't have money. Take that pension money you got and let's use it to send soldiers to do peacekeeping mission. And the government will put it back." What she said to him. He went and took the people money he had no authority to take and collect. Now this is double jeopardy. First of all, you had no authority to take the people money. Now secondly, you have no authority to take that money and give it to the president to use as he wanted to use it. And this is the blatant stealing that goes on in our country. This is stealing. Ab initio, just the fact that you took the people money, that's stealing. They should have sued you. But we can't in Liberia where you sue. You hear the people talking about how they handcuff all of them and want to execute them for mutiny, for fighting for their own money. You see what our people going through in our country in Africa? You kill the people for their own money. You stealing the people money. The people complaining. You come and handcuff them. You say that mutiny. You go and execute them. Do you know what kind of trauma you put those people through? Just the idea that you're taking them to kill them, and they haven't done anything for no crime they have committed. That's not right, man. It's not right. It's not right. It's not right. This is what happened when we got criminals and warlords leading our country still. These are the things under Ellen Johnson Sirleaf. These are the things that happened under Ellen Johnson Sirleaf. I told you the woman is a warlord. How you want to execute the people for their own money? For talking and complaining. Now hey man, our people just suffer for nothing, man. And we accept all this kind of thing because there's no other way out for us. There's no other way out for us. You take my $20, then at the end you tell me you pay me only $10 back. Then I can't even see the $10. And secondly, people say, okay, pay me the $10. You know, you take $20 from the people, then you tell the people you pay them $10. And the people accept it. The people say, okay, pay me $10. Then they come to get the $10. They can't get their money. Yet their health care, everything running. So that shows that the pay is running. But who getting the pay? But yeah, you won't kill the people. This is not right, man. There's an injustice at the furthest extent. This is against the rule of law to the furthest extent. And that's what they were saying there about the Uniform Code of Military Justice. I'm a soldier, and this hurts me. It hurts me. Because those are my brothers in arms. It hurts me. It hurts me. It hurts me, man. How you take the people money like that and just misuse it and try to kill the people for their own money? Threaten to kill them. It's not right. Now the kids still go on. Then they talk about paying the people $10. The J, I think they talk about J. I think they're the personnel. Maybe the J commander, whatever he said about J, that personnel in the army. They told him to go see the personnel. He went and saw the personnel. Then the personnel can't get their money. Can't even account for the money. And what even worse, they're stealing even blatant, even more. They're punishing Brandon Samaka for the same thing. Then the president pardons Brandon Samaka. So when you pardon Brandon Samaka, you take the responsibility that Brandon Samaka had to the government upon yourself. So the government got to pay these people their money. You got to pay these people their money. Now, after you take their responsibility, then you tell the people you pay that $10. Why would you pay that $10? It's not fair. Because besides taking the responsibility of paying, because you pardon Brandon Samaka, who's going to pay the people money? The people got to get paid. So by pardoning him, you're saying to the world, hey, you don't have to do nothing. We pardon you. You're not going to jail. We will pay the money. You all right. But then now what happening? After they pardon him, then the finance commission come and sit with him again and make agreement for him to pay the money back. So if he pay the money back and you want to pay the soldier $10 and Brownie paying $20 back, you're going to screw the soldiers. They're going to screw the soldiers, and that's not right. That's not right. And that's what the soldiers are talking about. Why the government want to pay us $10 and want that our money? That our money. That's not government money. We didn't beg for that money. We didn't borrow it. That's our money. Then you tell us you want to pay us $10 back because there's insufficient funds. Okay, if there's insufficient funds, we understand if you let the criminal Brownie go because you pardon him, and you say you're going to pay the money. If you're going to pay the money, then you see there's insufficient fund. We understand that our country will accept the $10. Then you're not giving all the $10. You give $150. It's going to be $10 a month for 8 years. It can't be $150. It can't be $200. It can't be $300. So they are screwing these people. They are screwing our Liberian people. All these people are taking $15,000 salary home, and they're screwing our soldiers. No, man, it's not right. You see, this is the thing that brought up the Civil War. This is the thing that brought up the coup. This is the thing that brought up the coup against Joe. These are the evil things that go on in your country that must stop. Our people deserve justice. Our people deserve the rule of law. Our people deserve freedom. Aluta, continua. We got to free our country from these evil people. We got to set standards in our country to ensure justice and the rule of law. People will not just come and take people's salary and money that you work for, that you sweat for. Other people who do bullshit will just come and take your money and make some kind of excuse and lie. It's not right, Liberian people. It's not right, my Liberian people. People cannot come and take your hard-earned money like that. It's not right. That is why I left serving in the Liberian government when I was 25 years old. Because I saw it going on. I could have joined those evil people, but it was wrong. It was wrong then, it is wrong now. I left Liberia because of that. I left everything. I left my job, I left the money, I left my clothes. I didn't have nothing. But I couldn't do that to my own people. I could not rob my own people. And I see the thing going on today. They killed our people in 1980. They killed my pa. They made me suffer all these years because they say we stole the corruption. Then in my eyes, I see the petty stealing. The stealing these people do is so petty, it makes me cry for my Liberian people. And my people are so ignorant and gullible. They got these people stealing and they're suffering. They're begging for money. They're in foreign countries like refugees and they're happy. While these people in our country robbing our country and stealing. I mean, the stealing is so petty and criminal. It makes me want to cry. It makes me want to cry. It makes me want to cry because only little babies will live under this kind of stealing and corruption. Only little baby who ain't got no sense or stupid or just blind will live under this. To see my Liberian people living under this kind of petty stealing, broad open day stealing, it makes me want to cry. It really makes me want to cry. Because it's not right. It's not right. Your hard-earned money you work for, people cut your money without any excuse, no law, no justification, no legal backing. They just cut your money and they say they're going to keep it for pension. Then, for you to get your money back, you can't get your money back. The people got you suffering. These people are suffering, man. How many years these people been fighting for the pension? How many years they been fighting for the pension? They're not even pension. How many years they been fighting for the $20 that has accumulated all these years? They're not even supposed to be getting $800, $900. If they took that $20, whatever the interest that has accumulated on that money from the time they cut it, these people are supposed to be getting close to $5,000 each, the minimum. Why they always got to cheat our people? Why we always got to settle for this thing? Why we always got to settle for mediocrity? Our leaders cannot rob us like this. It is not right, my people. A hint to the wise is sufficient. I've been talking about this thing from time immemorial. Some people say Chesson crazy, Chesson crazy. But I know it's not right for my people. I know it's not right. That's why I can't come home to work for nobody. Because I can't work under injustice. I can't work under criminality. I can't work under the lack of the rule of law. So let me take my break and a sip of my coffee. And we start my second puppy. I gotta get out of here this morning. Thank you for watching. In the cause of the people, the struggle. Okay, here we go. Good morning, folks. This is Attorney Commander J.R. Glapohkpa Chesson. We are at the Outer Mall in Warwick, Rhode Island. I brought you here so we could see what this is all about. So let's see what kind of cars they got here. Okay? Well, ladies and gentlemen, I thank you for watching. That was about the Warwick, Rhode Island's Auto Mall in Warwick, Rhode Island. Okay? Whenever you get in Rhode Island, check it out. They got a lot of cars there. Okay? All kinds. Expensive. You got money? Check it out. Okay, before I close my show, I want to remind all my viewers about my Buduburam refugee camp project for my people and community there. We're trying to keep our school going. Dr. Glenn S. Prescott Baking School. And now we're working on the sewing and computer literacy school. We need your financial support. It was through your financial support we're able to complete Dr. Glenn S. Prescott Baking School, vocational baking school. That school is done. Now we're doing the second school through your efforts and your help. The school is done. Today they're going to put the bars in, the window bars, and the bars to the door to protect it and secure it from thieves. And tomorrow the school is going to go there to clean the whole interior, take all the trash out, and prepare it for the equipment to be bought and put in there. And for that, we need your help. Please join us. This is a philanthropic effort. Help us. The Friends of Rodney Chesson on the Buduburam refugee camp in Ghana needs your help. Join me. Send me cash. You can go to Cash App and put the $ Jefferson Chesson and send me some cash. If all of us put our hands together, we can help this community transform it, bring it together. There's too much bad rap coming out of this community. People talk about the children doing drugs, the children not doing nothing, they're just wasting their lives. They're doing that because they don't have no other means. People are not reaching out to them. All of them looking at money as a means to their problems. And that's the solution to their problems. That's not the solution. The solution is giving them hope for the future. Letting them know that, hey, you don't have to get a college degree. You don't have to be no bookman. No. but you can make your own living, good living, by putting your mind to work with your hands and doing things that you don't need college degree for, but you can feed people. You can be a hospitality specialist. You can work in hotels. You can work in restaurants. You can work in homes. You can work anywhere with these skills, and people will appreciate you and your independence and life skills, survival skills. I assure to you for life. So through these efforts, people come together. People see that, hey, we can change our lives. We can really, really change our lives. It doesn't take no big thing. It doesn't take no plenty of money. It just takes our own effort and realizing that, hey, if we put our hands to it, we take time and learn, we can change our lives. Because they can see the proof to what they bake and how fast it sells. Just imagine if you had your own business or you had your own factory selling and making your own food. The community will support you alone. The community alone will support you. And people will gravitate to that community. People will come back. You see, right now, Buduburam camp has a stigma, a bad stigma. So everybody won't leave. But when this school starts and people start coming back to teach, you see people will start coming back to the camp because they will see that there's a means of survival in that camp. There's a means of building your future, setting in cornerstone. And the people even talking now, Professor Rodney Chesson, Dr. Glenn S. Prescott Baking School, is the only free baking school in Ghana, especially in our region. You will not find no other free school in there. We're the only free school that provide you aprons, free aprons. You gotta pay for an apron. When you sell, you get part of the per diem. We're the only school like that. And it's through your help, through our sponsors. And let's keep it up. Let's keep it up. Many hands make the light work. What that means, it means when we put all our hands together, it makes the work easy. The time of the Liberian people is now. Join us. African Americans, you're part of us. Join us. Liberia was founded by African Americans. We're one people, one nation. We have a heritage together. Join us. Send me money. Let me transform our people's lives and let them know that you are part of the struggle. It continues. Aluta. Have a good day. My class is done.